Good morning, happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday, because today is the first day of the rest of your life, and every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it as such, which is what we do every day on these live videos. So how are you this morning, this fine, chilly, overcast, fabulous Friday? Bank holiday Friday, no less. Hope you're all very well indeed. I'm just going to make a quick note to myself because I want to mention something else. I'm not even going to bother with that. No, do you know what? It's not worth it. It's just going to get in the way, isn't it? It's absolutely fine. Let's just stick that over there. Cool. Happy birthday. Hey, birthday. So we have some people whose real birthday it is today. It's a bit chilly, so I've got gloves on today. Yes, so happy birthdays to Tina, Hollie, Timothy, Rachel, and Chris, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday to you guys. We like to celebrate your birthday and everybody else's birthday, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it by blowing out the candles on our cake. It's a good breathing exercise. We can use it throughout the day to eliminate anxiety and stress and panic attacks and that sort of stuff. Just generally makes our day better. It's a chance to pause and reflect on what we're going to do, either for the day ahead or for the next hour or so. I recommend doing this every hour. So there you go. So what you do is you blow out one candle on your cake, pretend it. Think about the thing that you're going to do in the next hour. Clear out your lungs. Breathe in 5 through your nose. Hold for 5. Put this hand on your heart. This hand, I should have put it on your heart earlier on, actually. And now I've breathed out. Never mind, doesn't matter. Start over again. Start the whole process again, and then blow out the 5 candles on this cake over here. Okay, so well, this is what we're going to do. All right, ready? 5 through the nose. Happy birthday, everybody. That's a much better way of doing it, I've just realised, isn't it? So I normally go 5, 4, 3, and it's always just tricky and I always mess it up. But if I go 5, if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm putting the candles up, aren't I? Lighting the candles and then blowing them all out again. Brilliant. Aha, I've just had a new way of doing it. Lovely. Happy Friday, everybody. Isn't life fabulous? What a lovely time to be alive. Happy birthday to all of you. Right, Tina, loved your title on your description, by the way, Tina Overland. Butterfly GPS. No idea what it means. It feels like it just makes you flutter around. You never no particular direction, which we're going to talk about today, weirdly enough. It doesn't actually say what you do for business though, so please feel free to tell us in the comments below. Anybody whose real birthday it is today, let us know in the comments below, either how I know you, if I haven't mentioned it, and or if you like, you can do it either way, and tell us what you do and what we can buy from you, and put a link if you want. It's absolutely fine. If it's your real birthday today and I've mentioned to you in this live, crack on, no problem at all. Hollie Sassaline apparently helps people get from 0 to 6 and 7 figures. Hollie, I'll be interested to chat to you about getting from 0 to 5 figures. That'd be fantastic. For some reason my earphones have just turned off. Not sure why. Maybe they'll run out of batteries, possibly. Anyway, Timothy Fussell Fine Foods, love it. He's a West Country boy, Southwest I think actually, does some really cool stuff, so get in touch with him, check him out. Rachel Garstang Penman, I should know, something social media I can't remember. I'm terribly sorry, I should have looked that up. And Chris Nigel, because I thought to myself, I know Rachel, no problem at all, but I can't remember what you do. I'm sorry. And Rachel Nigel, who lives in New Jersey apparently, not Jersey, New Jersey, and helps people with their health stuff. Morning to Tibet and Manoj, or Tibet and Nepal, in fact, mentioned on here. We were talking about you yesterday, Manoj, offline in another Zoom call we were talking about small countries around the world, and somebody mentioned Nepal, and I was like, I know somebody from Nepal. I've got a fan in Nepal. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so it was quite fun talking about you. Right. Okay, a couple of other things. Blinkist book of the day today, just to mention it briefly. It's about recycling paper and organising the paper in your home and decluttering your home from all the paperwork and stuff. Not really relevant to what I'm talking about today, although I suppose technically speaking it kind of is, because I'm talking about your vision for the future and whether or not you want to have a tidy house, whether you want to organise all your paperwork and stuff. I suppose it is relevant to that to a certain extent. Anyway, it's good. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool system they have in place about boxes and buckets and stuff, and having this thing called a Sunday basket where you put all your paperwork in, and then on Sunday you take 90 minutes and you sort through it all. It's fantastic. Good, very clever idea. And I've also just started reading, you may have noticed yesterday, if anybody who was very eagle-eyed, just started reading Happy Money as the new book that I've chosen to work my way through now from Ken Honda. So far, really, really good. It's a brilliant concept of happy money and unhappy money, I suppose. I'm not sure what he calls the unhappy money actually stuff, but basically when you pay for stuff and you regret and you don't like paying for it, you feel it feels bad when you're paying for things, and when you're receiving money you feel guilty for receiving money, all that kind of stuff, and it becomes like negative money in your hand. I just like the concept of being able to say, I'm paying this money over, I'm happy about this money, I'm putting some happy paper into the world, and given my love and general positivity concept going on here, it fits in beautifully with the way I like to think of the world. I'd like to push positivity into the world, so every time I want to give somebody money, I want to be able to say, here's some happy money, and every time I pay a bill, I say, yay, look at me, I'm grateful I am that I've got the money to be able to pay the bill, or that I've got a bill to be able to pay because I'm paying for something that I obviously wanted or needed or something. So yeah, it's all cool, it's very cool. Obviously there'll be more of that coming in future weeks. Gary V's little video of the day today, his top 10, very clever. He had an interesting comment. He said, the quicker you want it, the more vulnerable you are. And I think this is like get rich quick schemes type thing. And I thought it was really clever because, yeah, if somebody says to you, oh, here's a really good way of getting rich quick, it tends to be some sort of scam, doesn't it? If it's too good to be true, that kind of concept. These things are not always true. I always say question the belief patterns you got built into your brain from previous things, like all that kind of stuff. Eat all the food on your plate and money doesn't grow on trees and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes those can be really negative, but being wary of get rich quick schemes is always wary, but we're wary, skeptical, but sometimes they could be true, who knows. But yeah, basically the quicker you want the results, the more vulnerable you are to being ripped off, which I thought was quite a cool way of doing it. He also talked about the mini businesses as well. He talked about everybody sort of wants this massive businesses, these big successful businesses. Look at something like Spotify, it's like, oh my god, it's huge, but it was just started by a kid in Sweden. I didn't know this actually, which is fascinating. So he just wanted to be able to give music to, I don't know what the backstory is, but I'm guessing he just wanted to share music with his friends and so forth, and wanted to find a way of doing it that wasn't Napster, wasn't illegal. But he also talked about how people making jam and making £100,000 a year from just making jam and selling it on Spotify, on Shopify, for example, and how easy it is to do all that sort of stuff, and how you can have a lovely life where you're really loving your life, you're making enough money to pay all your bills, just enjoying everything about your life, but you're not super successful, you're not making millions, because you don't need to. You're happy with the life you have. There's always this really cool story about this fisherman who's on a tropical island somewhere, and this big industrial bloke comes up to him and says, oh, you're really good at the fishing, you should get some other fishermen involved to create a fleet of fishermen so you can make more money. And he says, yeah, what do I do with all the money? He said, and I'm shortening it massively here, it says, what am I going to do with all that money and all that effort and stuff? And he says, well, eventually you can retire and sit on the beach and just spend time with your family and stuff. It'd be fantastic. And he says, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. It's like, why do I have to build this conglomerate thing to be able to enjoy time with my family and sitting on the beach and relaxing and chilling? I'm doing that right now. I am making enough money to be able to live and survive, and why do I want to have this big corporation that I'm going to have to run and all the stress that comes with that? You don't need all that. Anyway, so that's kind of cool. And then we'll move on to this vision thing. Sorry, I've been talking about other things. I was talking to my friend Kylie yesterday, who said she loves these videos when she sees them. And she was saying that, and I was saying to her that a lot of the time these ideas are really unstructured, kind of just what's happening at the moment, what I'm thinking about right now. And I'm putting those into place and coming up with and tying it in with the stuff that I normally teach in my more structured programs. And of course, this is all free. It's free information for you guys. But I have more structured programs where I take you step by step through the process of taking back control of your own mental health and learning to live a life you love. That's what I teach people to do. And if you want to learn how to do that, then get in touch with me. There will be landing pages coming soon. I know I've been talking about it for about 3 months now, but that's not my zone of genius, and I hate that sort of stuff. So yeah, so Holly, if you're watching this, getting from 0 to 5 figures would be lovely. Thank you very much indeed. I'm not sure if I said that earlier on. So yeah, I'm not interested in 7-figure, and I'm certainly not interested in £100,000 a month kind of concept. I mean, if that comes in its passive, brilliant. But if I have to work at it, I'm not so sure I'm interested in that. I'd love to live a life I love instead of working hard. But we'll see. Let's see how things go. And I've gone completely off topic. Vision 2. I guess I was on the Vision 2 thing. I was kind of saying, what I really wanted to do was the Mel Robbins Ent-spresso thing that Evan Carmicheal was talking about, which was basically building your brick by brick. So she talks about how you're building a path and you're building it brick by brick by brick, and sometimes you build bricks off to the side and then you realise you need to go back here. But every brick you lay, she talks about, it says it's actually a learning experience for when you get back on your path again. Now, you heard me talk before about the yellow arrows on the Camino. So you're on the Camino and you've got yellow arrows everywhere pointing you towards Santiago, and sometimes you'll go off and have a coffee in a shop or go to a cathedral or something like this and go and explore that, but then you have to come back on path and find your yellow arrows to move forward again. You'll also have heard me talking about how success is always built on the bricks of failure. You build your success, build yourself success up on the, but you're built with bricks of failure, because you learn from all your experiences, and that's what builds success. And you've also heard me say, and which was also mentioned in this little video here, about little tiny wins, doing little tiny wins. So building your little bricks. I think Mel said, and I can't remember if she actually said this or not, but this is how I heard it anyway, about writing on the bricks. Like, this is my win, this is what I did today. And whilst you can't build the whole wall, or you can't build the whole path, or you can't walk all the way to Santiago in one step, you take it one step at a time. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Climbing Mount Everest, Mr. Nepal right there. You can't just do it in one go, do you? You have to do months of planning in advance and figuring it all out. And you have a team, and then you go to base camp, and then you go to second camp, and then you go to third camp, and then you summit, or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure exact details of it. So, but that's the thing. It's all tiny little steps. What are the tiny little steps? What are the steps for getting to Everest? Well, you have to earn some money first of all, so you can afford to pay your team, and then you have to get some equipment, and you have to train and all that kind of stuff. You can't just do it. You have to do all these little steps. You have to do the little steps. You have to say, I have a big goal, big vision, and then you work out what are the little steps along the way, and what are the daily things that I need to do to move towards that. And on those daily things as well, little tiny wins to prove to yourself that you can do it as well. So if you're struggling with depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, and you're holding yourself back, if your mental health is struggling, tiny little wins, things that you know you can do, and then prove to yourself that you can do them. So literally, what could I possibly do? Right, okay, now let's just prove to myself. Drink a glass of water. I said this months ago. Drink a glass of water every hour on the hour. So every hour you have a little alarm on your phone, and it goes ping, and you go, right, I'm going to drink a glass of water, and then prove to yourself, I'm going to drink a glass of water. I know it seems stupid, but it's proving to yourself that you can do things that you've promised yourself you're going to do. I have an alarm on do this thing. You can do this five thing. Set an alarm on your thing that says, do John's birthday candles breathing exercise or whatever. And literally every hour, then just go, no, breathe out one, hand on heart, 5, and then hold for 5, and then blow out your candle. Just do that every hour. Prove yourself you're going to do it. Prove yourself you can do it every hour. And think about what you're going to do in the next hour. What is you going to achieve in the next hour while you're doing? What am I going to do in the next hour? Okay, I know what I'm going to do in the next hour. Right, ready. Right, let's get on with it. Done. Easy. But if you can prove yourself you do it, set an alarm and do it, then fantastic. Small wins every day. Big leaps are not needed. Yes, we talked about all that stuff. It's all in the notes. It's going to be in the notes anyway. He also talked about momentum being hard to regain momentum once you start. So if you start and you're doing things and you've got momentum, and then you stop, and then you use, because he talks about reasons and excuses. He says, that's not a reason, that's just an excuse. You'll have heard me talk in the past about how I believe reasons are things, the reasons why you did things in the past. There's reasons why you did things in the past. But if you take that reason and you push it forward into the future, it then becomes an excuse. The reason why I don't want to do this in the future is because of blah, 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 excuse. You can't say, oh, that's just an excuse for the past, because it's already happened. It's a reason. The reason you did this, and that's why some people say, oh, you're just using excuses. Yeah, I'm using excuses why I'm not using it in the future. Sorry, I'm talking too fast here. But the reason I didn't do it is because of stuff that happened in the past, because reason in the past, and then future is excuses. So that's basically it, really. I wanted to also talk about my shorter workout. So sometimes when I'm pushed in the morning, I have a shorter version of my workout, but I still do the workout. So it's not that I don't do the workout, I just do a shorter version of the workout, and that helps me move forward. Also, just one brief little thing I wanted to mention about the George Floyd thing. I've been watching that in America, and I just wanted to say, we all need to love each other a little bit more. We need to be a bit more compassionate and loving about each other. And there was something else I wanted to say about that, but hopefully I'll remember what that was and put that in tomorrow. Remember, I was going to put a comment to myself at the beginning of this recording. That's what I was going to write down. And I've now completely forgotten what it was, because I enjoyed this presentation so much anyway. So go out, love the world, love you, have a lovely bank holiday weekend, Easter weekend. If I don't see you, hopefully I'll be here tomorrow and on Monday as well. I will still take Sunday off though. Take care. Love you all. Bye for now. Thank you very much for your input, David. I'll read that later because I want to keep this under 15 minutes if I can. Actually, no, tell you what. If I pause there, I can crop that quickly there for Instagram people, and I can read this. Patience, perseverance, review and action always key, but most important is to be happy and smile every day. Oh, I love that. That's very good. Big smiles every day, big love every day. Patient, perseverance. Yeah, exactly. Very good, very good. You've got to have patience for your future goals. That's good. Perseverance, keep going every single day. Review your actions constantly. Yes, very good. But be happy and smile every day. Love it. Very good, David. Okay, that's all from me for now. I am going to go now, and hopefully that'll be a nice, easy cut for the Instagram. Not for, for Instagram. A little bit later on when I get back home. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Mwah. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow with some more birthdays and some more insights and so forth. And if you want to join my 7-day challenge, to learn how to live a life you love and regain control of your mental health, give me a shout, and we start a week on Sunday. Bye guys.